Welcome to Entertainment is Dead, where gaming goes to die. I am your host, Chuck Sweat. Now we're live. We're good
Now
to
we're live. We are
hear all
on.
that.
We're on the internet.
Yes! Internet, I love you. So happy to see you. I just want to make sure my camera's right. Yep. Sweet. Okay, so tonight I have my cohort, Thomas Winkley, here as always, running the show.
All right, the audio part. I have to say hello. Hello.
Hello, Internet. Yeah, you have
Hello.
to say hello.
I could take a note out of
Social.
Kylie's book and try to say something really dirty, but I don't really have any good ideas, so I'm just gonna say hello.
Just
Penis
pull up,
butt.
pull up your
Balls
shirt.
dick. Yeah.
Man titties.
Man, titties.
Man titties.
Man titties.
All right. Speaking of man titties, I've got Vance here again. We were just talking about how we're getting fat and what
Yeah.
we're going to do about it.
I don't remember any talk of what you're gonna do about it. I just simply remember talk of being fat.
I'm just gonna keep crying about it and drink more beer.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm gonna do.
I really need to start getting my meals planned and start
Yeah.
going on a diet and working out more. Like I go to the gym twice a week, but it's not enough if you don't diet, you know. So, it's okay. You can be in shape and game. So,
Yeah, you get gains while you game.
right, dude. We should put weights on our controllers. I'll put weights on my mouse if you put weights on your controller. Like straight up, dude.
No, I'll just do exercises in between games or something, like while I'm playing Hardline. I'll do some military presses. Anyways, no. All right, moving on. So tonight we got a few things we want to talk about.
As a family,
Destiny
it's
made some
definitely
announcements
hard to.
with PvP, and we're gonna briefly talk about that because we don't really know that much about it. And we're gonna talk about Star Wars Battlefront for a couple minutes.
But we're gonna talk about that. Lance is gonna read the press release out loud, and then we're gonna move on to the next
I
subject.
am going to read it like a robot, and then we will move on to the next thing. Mad Max. We're going to talk about that for a sec, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Rainbow Six Vegas. We don't have a lot on the agenda, but hey, I mean, it's the middle of the fucking second quarter, right?
We're
So-
also gonna talk about May. I want to talk a little bit about the month of May, just because there's some good shit coming, and which is why there's really not a whole hell of a lot to talk about right now.
Tom's just gonna pull that rabbit right out of his ass. Hey, this is what we're gonna talk about. Yay! Or out of his beard. Came out of your beard.
Whole
Your
episode-
beard is like, what happened? Like, you get off work and it's almost like you let your hair down. Most people let their hair down. Tom lets his beard down. His
I don't
beard's
let it-
Right.
I don't let it down. I let it out. Like it's
He's like-
It's like it's just
it just pops right up. It's as soon as I walk out the front door of our office, man. Just
yeah.
that's what happens. That's what
I like
happens.
it, dude. I like it.
Yeah.
Wear that thing, dude.
I
You should-
can't. I can't get. The thing is I've tried a few times to beat Tom, but like my beard is very reminiscent of like
Patch Adams,
no, I would say it looks kind of
like the old
like-
prospector.
like
Oh, peaches.
like Indian. I have like an Indian beard. Like, if I grow a big bushy beard, I could work at like a what are those places that serve
Casino fireworks stand.
non bread and all that other stuff. Anyways,
A restaurant.
yes, arrest. We're moving on.
The Himalayan kitchen.
Yes,
Welcome to the stream,
the
Rainbow
Indian stuff
Dash.
or whatever. We're
Rainbow
back.
Dash. Okay.
All right. So Tom, tell me what you've been playing this week.
I finished Axiom Verge last weekend.
Yay!
Sunday night. Yay! It was a Sunday night. It might have been Monday night I finished. It was Monday night I finished it. Pretty cool. Good story. It took me 16 hours. I died. I don't remember what I posted on my Facebook. I think I died like 89 times. So there's that. And that was on normal. So I can't even imagine how terrible I'll be at it on hard. The boss fight was pretty rough. So to give you an example, without spoiling story, you get an ability that allows you to like super dash, and your dash does damage, and then you have a whole array of guns. And so the boss fight essentially was picking one gun and dashing through and trying to kill these flying orbs as quick as you can, but they were doing constant damage to you while you're doing it. and then so you'd have to kill them and pray that they would drop life, and then as soon as they would die, you would hit like your objective point, and then after a few seconds of hitting the objective point, more of those orbs would spawn, and each time you destroy the objective point, an event would happen, and then different types of those orbs would spawn. It was pretty chaotic. Like when I finally did it, I felt pretty good about myself. So
Your mom's an objective point.
she is an objective point. But yeah, it was cool. It was a great ending. I also finished the DLC for Evil Within over the weekend.
That quick?
Right.
Yeah, it took me about. Well, I was already like right at the end of the first set. The first pack was called the assignment. I was 25 minutes from the ending of the assignment, so I finally sat down and finished that, and then I did start to finish of the consequences or whatever.
How much are those DLCs? I mean, I know you have it on PlayStation, but how much are they?
Go quiet for you guys.
No,
I can't hear you guys at all.
I can hear you.
We can hear you just fine.
Test,
Dude,
Tom.
My
Test,
headphones just turned themselves off. Don't buy Skull Candy Gaming headphones.
Bam.
I could have told you
We're
that.
gonna talk about some other shit you shouldn't
Yeah.
buy here in a minute.
Yeah, but it was really cool. The Evil Within DLC was really good. It actually, I really like the way they put the flow into it. You don't get a gun for most of it, and so it's really goddamn scary because you're just trying to survive.
Nice.
And it's kind of cool too because you're playing as Julie Kidman, who is she's the mysterious partner of the main protagonist, and so you see kind of like what she's doing the whole time that she's going through it. So really enjoyed it a whole lot.
You know, I've got that game, and I just had a really hard time getting into it. And I know we had talked about it when you played it originally, Tom, and you really liked it, and you got really far, and I just could not get into the game. And he can't hear me right now, and that's fine. He's having some heads.
Oh, I heard you. If by really far you meant I finished the game.
Tom, I like to think about old Tom. Like, can we like rewind 3 years where you wouldn't finish anything,
Right.
and I could just keep making fun of you like you can't finish games, but
There's
now
still,
you're finishing everything.
I still have a pretty big stack of games I haven't finished. I've got probably 130 games in my Steam library that I haven't.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you become an old saddled bastard. You get to finish games.
You have to, because otherwise, you go to work, you do that grind, and if you don't finish video games, you really don't feel like you've accomplished anything with your life.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I mow the lawn, I drink beer, I play video games. That's what happens. So
Yeah, I need to go back and play that. And, I mean, Axiom Verge, is that on PC yet, guys?
no, PS4 only, but I've heard it may be coming
Really?
to PC. It's PS4, and then he's porting it to Vita, and then it may come to PC eventually.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
But we talked about this on an episode previously, but it was developed by one guy.
That is
So
fucking
The
awesome.
entire game, the art, the music, the code, the story, one dude, and it wasn't even his main job. It was his side project. He's a game developer at another studio. So he would go to work for 40 hours a week and then come home and grind on this thing. It took him 5 years to put it together.
God. Yeah,
And
If
it's
he was
so
working,
good.
if he was working at a game studio, he wasn't working 40 hours.
Well, during
A
crunch
week.
time, he was probably working 80. So, but that's the thing is, if 5 years he put this thing together, so it's a great hat tip to Metroid Castlevania.
That's
Nice.
awesome. And I love those games, so I really want to play it.
Yeah, glad I finished it, and story's good. It's all good. The soundtrack is phenomenal. I'm not a huge techno guy. That soundtrack is stellar. It is like, you remember how good the soundtrack to what's the movie with Ryan Gosling, Drive? Remember how good the soundtrack to Drive
Yeah.
was? It's up there. Like, it's as good
Really?
as the Drive soundtrack.
You know, what game? Oh, I remember what game it was. It just that kind of put. Now, when you say it's that good of a soundtrack, you're not saying it's kind of sampling that, like, what would you call that?
No,
Like
it's
neo 80s new wave sound.
no. I mean, it's straight like digital music. It's
Okay, good.
I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it's all synth and like wave loops, but it's really solid and it's just really good. It's got some good
Can I
rhythm
tell
to
you,
it.
as much as I am torn still after finishing Fables, Wolf Among Us. Like, I am still torn on that game, and I don't know what it is about it. Like, that's one of the things that kind of tore. Like, I was
The advertisement at the end, maybe.
No.
For more story, buy the comics.
Oh yeah, that bugged me too. No, but the bigger thing being that I felt like it was trying to be Drive, like the whole cinema at the beginning of every episode. It just didn't feel like they were trying to do
But that's how
their own thing.
but that it matches the comics so well, though.
Does it? Just the mood.
Mm-hmm.
That game made me fucking depressed. By the way, I mean,
Which I want to give Randy a shout out. Speaking of Telltale, last week he said that his ultimate thing would be if Telltale was to do a Marvel game, and the next morning they announced it.
Yeah.
So good foresight, there, Randall. Goddamn psychic.
Before we move on, I just kind of want to. I think we should have a moment of silence for like Silent Hills. It was canceled.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
I was bummed. I was really bummed.
I can't
to be honest
believe-
with you, I was looking forward to it.
Del Toro, man, he's got a track record for like starting shit and not finishing it now.
Well,
Like-
I don't know if it's necessarily Del Toro too, because
Yeah, you can't just throw him on the bus.
Kojima's name got taken off like everything on Konami's site. Like,
Yeah.
it's just something went on with Kojima, because Kojima Productions, like, they pulled him off all the Metal Gear logoing. He's not listed on their site, things like that. And then Del Toro talked about how the game was delayed indefinitely, and then Konami finally confirmed that they're still going to do Silent Hill games, but Silent Hills is gone. Norman Reedus is no longer involved. I mean,
Oh my god.
something went really fucking wrong, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know what it was, but
I'm sure that at some point or another we're gonna have we'll have some. I mean, if Superman Returns or whatever can get a documentary, then that game will get a fucking documentary on it. So,
yeah,
and I'm
sure.
watching it.
which is a bummer too, because and you guys know that I think either today or tomorrow was the last day you can download the PT demo. Might have been yesterday, before the PlayStation update went through.
Oh yeah.
The PT demo
there's
got pulled, and there's systems on eBay now with the PT demo installed going for large amounts of money,
1,500.
which is
Yeah.
crazy because I mean it was an amazing demo, but not that good. Like, it's not the type of demo that I'd want to play over and over and over again, even though it was scary as shit. So
That sucks.
Do you think this is coming from Dylan King 23,
What up,
guys?
dude?
Do you think Konami will sell their IPs since they get most of their money from casino machines? If they
Ooh.
do, Kojima should buy Metal Gear. Just to have the IP.
First of all, Dylan, shout out for you reading their end of year financials, because I read those about a week ago. So good on you. I don't know, man. I don't think they'll ever sell the IPs. I think they're worth more to them holding on to them.
Yeah, just for merchandising.
Just for merchandising, and they make a lot of money off of like Pro Evolution Soccer. It's called something else over in Japan, but it's like Pro Evolution Soccer, and there's another, and all their mobile stuff. Their mobile games are going fucking crazy. Like that financial report, they had like solid positive growth in Pro Evolution, mobile gaming, and then casino gaming, pachinko machines specifically. I fucking know. I don't think they will, but I wish they would. Like, if Kojima Productions could strike out on their own and do something, or it could get picked up by like another really solid studio, that would be a great. I think it'd be a great reboot for Silent Hill, because I don't think Silent Hill became unpopular or lost any clout. I think Konami lost its way, and I think they lost their way with Castlevania. I think they lost their way with Silent Hill. I feel like, the Castlevania reboot by Kojima, supervised by Kojima Productions, was probably the best Castlevania game we've had in the last, since Symphony of the Night, probably.
There were some good like DS releases and stuff like that.
Yeah,
though.
but those were, I guess I'm talking like full scale AAA like console builds.
Go ahead.
That's all. I wonder what the tension was like. That's all.
Well, I was gonna see. What's funny is this is the big thing I see lately is that I think most AAA studios have kind of lost their way. That money is the big motivation instead of just making a game that they want to play.
Well, and I almost wonder if maybe with that pressure, they lose. I don't know. This could be me being the guy that wants indie everything to win, but they lose their ability to be creative because they have to drive profit, right? They have shareholders they have to report to. I mean, I think if you want to talk about current events, it goes back to the current, minimum wage debate in the U.S. that we're seeing, where I was listening to something this morning. It was the CEO, or former CEO of Men's Warehouse, talking about like basically his parting with the company and what he thinks about it. And it's crazy because most of the reason a lot of these companies don't want to raise minimum wage is because they have shareholders they're beholden to, not because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Sad.
Well, anytime you got to raise your overhead, that's going to cut into shareholders' profits.
Yeah,
You know,
but then
that's
there's that
tough.
cyclical idea, right? That if you pay your employees more, your employees have more disposable income, therefore they buy more of your products. So it's right. If you pay the
Well, that's
lower
the
end
theory.
more, that's the
Yeah.
theory. But if you think about it, if you have more disposable income, you're more likely to spend said disposable income, right?
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
until it's proven, and that's the reality. I'm not being the naysayer, but I am being the devil's advocate.
Sure.
Just
no, yeah,
that-
it's fine. But look at the most successful companies in the U.S. right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure Costco's the top of that list, and everybody in their company, my memory serves me correctly, they
They're
get
paid well.
paid. Yeah, they're all paid really well.
yeah.
They have longevity in the company. It's not very often. I don't think I've heard one person who's worked at Costco that had a bad experience, but it wasn't because of the company. It was because of somebody else who worked there.
So you hear that, Costco? We're looking for a sponsorship. Hook us up.
Yeah, boom. Give us
Boom.
free things. I need a
Bacon.
PlayStation 4.
I just want giant shopping carts. That's what I want. Like I want them to
Dude.
hook me up with like 5 or 6 of those giant shopping carts. That's what I'm
Dude, how cool would it be to have like an adult-sized shopping cart with a wheel on it and shit, so you could like get in and have your wife push you around?
Oh yeah. Who
You're
doesn't
like,
want to
yeah.
get pushed in a shopping cart?
Yeah, that conversation would be really short.
It looks like an
Anyways.
indie.
So Lance, what have you been playing, man?
I guess I could go next, and then we'll finish up with Vance. So I want to talk a little bit about my week because I was off last week, and for family stuff, I actually had family in town from the UK, and so shout out to my family. Shout out to Dan, who came in here. Dan Smith. He had never heard of my show, obviously, because only there's what.
Wait, we're not big in London yet.
I
What the
know
hell,
it's
man?
so weird. I mean, we only have like 15 viewers, so. But yeah, it was an interesting conversation, and I was sitting there thinking, God damn it, Tom would love this right now because we started talking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a gamer, blah blah blah," and you kind of connect and stuff, and start talking about games, and oh, you play. He immediately thought I played Call of Duty, which is fine. I mean, I am that typical like.
You are American.
I am a big badass who, like you'd think that all I want to do is shoot guns, and I do, but I just don't play Call of Duty because I think that's a shitty game. But yeah. So we talked about Battlefield for a minute, and then it moved over to Pokemon, and I was like, I fucking hate Pokemon.
Wow.
And Tom would have been like eating it up, like, yeah, let's talk about Pokemon. Fuck Lance, like. Yeah, I hate Pokemon. I just hate it. But I also had to explain to him that there's a generation gap there. Like, if you were my age and you liked Pokemon, you probably got made fun of a lot.
Yeah.
So, you were 30, wait, because I'm 32, you're what, 33? Vance? Yeah.
I'm 30. I'll be 35 this year.
Bam, 35. We
Yeah.
did not play Pokemon. We would have got
No.
made fun of and got our asses kicked.
No,
So-
I watched Aliens and Predator, and I was cool.
Fuck yes, we did. And then I
Yeah.
pulled down a tree after watching Predator.
Yes, you did.
I pulled down 2 trees. Not just a baby tree, I pulled down a huge motherfucking tree. So,
we we did that and sent a cat flying by accident.
Poor kitty. So this week also I played, I finished the original, like the main campaign for the starter pack on Disney Infinity. And I'm going to say this because this is a local studio that made that game, and I like those guys a lot. However, after playing that game, I'm severely disappointed, and I feel like it is just such a money-grabbing franchise. I was really looking forward to the toy box. You get the game, and you like some of the first things you want to do is go into the toy box and just build what you can, right? So you get in there and you see all these things that you can build, and you're like, I wonder what I can unlock when I play the single player. So you start playing through the single player, which is probably one of the worst single player games I've played. When you've got games like I would say, I hate to throw this in there, but they're making the game right now. Is Lego's doing the same thing now, playing Lego Marvel, playing Skylanders, playing what's the other one? There's another one I'm thinking of here.
Marvel, Skylanders, the new Lego one coming out.
Okay, so there's only really 3 right now. But anyways, I did not really like Skylanders, but it works. Like it flows. like I could watch Hank play it. I don't really have a desire to play the game that much because it's very much just a button masher and there's not a lot of
Sure.
skill involved with it. But the scenes change, the worlds change, the enemies change. I was running around in the same city in Disney Infinity the entire game. Like it's a fetch quest city, and the monsters barely change at all. There's probably like 6 or 7 models, different models of monsters, and the world, in my opinion, wasn't that big. It was like you dropped a toy box and then added quests, and the unlocks weren't even that great anyway. I'm like, man, they took my money and fucking bent me over and did me raw dog. So, but yeah, I mean, the one thing that I will give it one saving grace, and that is
Mouse
that.
gotcha.
Sorry,
I said the mouse gotcha.
Yeah, your voice went all crazy. I think Disney's onto you.
Yep.
Disney's onto it.
They're hacking you're hacking your
right.
nets.
So the one thing I did like is they did, and this is something Randy said earlier about Infinity, and I agree with this, is building your actual character was great. Like whoever spent time with the characters and making sure the characters had unique moves and their special abilities and all that kind of stuff, that part was great. The world sucked. It just felt like a money grab, and all the like they should charge half the price for that game, or they have all the tools. I just don't understand why the game is so shitty. Like, I mean, from any adult playing that game, anyways, moving on. Grumpy makes me grumpy. Something that didn't make me grumpy this week that I played. I don't play a ton of Grand Theft Auto anymore because I feel like, just like probably Tom would tell you, it's kind of, you feel like it's this rinse and repeat thing, right? One thing I would urge both you two and everybody else that is on our podcast or anybody watching, play the story on this game. It is so much fun. And I felt the same way playing this game as I did playing Red Dead Redemption. I feel like they've got enough good content. It's not the thug thing like it used to be, or how it used to feel. You do have to play into the story a little bit, but I bet if you spend 2 to 3 hours playing it, you'll keep playing it and you'll like it. So I really enjoy it. I played a mission last night, just a side mission. It was fucking hilarious. So you walk up to this dude and he's like trying to promote legalizing weed. And he's like, you got to try this joint. And then, like, you start smoking it, and he tells you something else, like, it's got something else in it, too, or something. And all of a sudden, your dude starts hallucinating, and he's got a minigun, and fucking aliens are showing up, and you have to shoot all the fucking aliens. It was amazing. I loved it. And he's, like, talking about how bad he's tripping, like, while he's doing it. It made me happy. So, I've played a couple other things. I'm playing XCOM on iPad, and I'm getting my ass kicked. Like, I've already lost 2 to 3 people, and I'm pretty good at the one on PC, at least Enemy Within. I'm playing, is it Enemy Unknown? It's in the expansion for it, the one that came out like 2 years ago.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so they had a sale. I picked it up on iPad, and I love it on iPad. Probably one of the best games I've ever played
Enemy Within.
Enemy Within. But I don't know if it's just that version, but my guys are getting cleared in that. And if you like that series, I'll tell you, it seems like for me, iPad version is a lot harder. But that's all I could keep talking about. I played Fruit Ninja 2 this week, and it was tons of fun. If you play it on the Kinect, they added a bunch of stuff where you actually have to move away from like ninja stars and stuff. So like you have to keep slicing fruit, and then they'll put like a target up, so you have to actually move out of the way so you don't get hit by the ninja star as it comes in. So, Hank likes it.
I feel like another long night of drinking of Fruit Ninja.
Oh yeah, there's going to be Fruit Ninja drunk Fruit Ninja 2. Yeah. So
that was a good New Year's.
Yes, I think this needs to happen when I move into my new place next month.
It'll
be Tom and Lance drunk Fruit Ninja. It's going on Twitch. So
nice.
Vance, what have you been playing, man?
I've been playing Heroes of the Storm.
Okay.
The beta, and it's pretty good. Been playing a little bit of the Resident Evil HD remake, which is, in my opinion, if you're gonna redo a game, especially for PC, and omit any screen resolution over 1080p or regular HD, I think that's kind of a faux pas. So shame on Capcom. They really should have included 2K and 3K support, because it would have been really nice to see that game in 2K or 3K. But a little bit about Heroes of the Storm, man. I know a lot of people, MOBAs are kind of catching steam, and everybody's going, man, I want to be a part of League of Legends. But then I played it, and everybody was toxic, and there's always that internal struggle that goes on with trying to break into MOBAs because of the scaling of it. Heroes of the Storm is very, I guess you could say right now it's really friendly because it's in beta. Nobody really knows the game unless they're pros or unless they've been, I mean, you're always gonna have that elite class of guys that are really into the game that are like, man, I've been waiting for this forever, and they just play it every day even though it's in beta. But right now I think the learning curve is really really moderate. It's really mellow. So if you've ever been interested in MOBAs and you like Blizzard and you think that it'd be cool to see some matchups of the Blizzard characters and whatnot, Heroes of the Storm is for you. It's very good. It's very well put together, and it's very easy to pick up and just play. And it doesn't torture you, and it doesn't penalize you for not understanding mechanics that come inherently with MOBAs. Like last hitting or denying or movement patterns or basically all the steep learning curve that comes with all the other MOBAs. You can basically step into this one and you can run around in circles and act like a total jackass and still somewhat contribute to the game, because it really is just force on force. Get together with your team fight as much as you can, kill, and that's usually the mindset of newer MOBA players. So I highly recommend it. Everybody, Heroes of the Storm, it's huge. It's gonna be huge. You watch.
Well, and they're doing weekly streams of it on ESPN3 already. And they're calling what is it, Dorm Wars or something like that. But I've been saying Heroes of the Dorm. Yep. So that's I mean, they're obviously putting a lot of power behind it, and I have had the beta installed and have not played it yet, so I should probably get around to doing that. So.
Hey, by the way, do we have a big shiny robot, or do we have a team for the St. Jude Twitch stream that's going to be like gaming for, I can't remember what they call it. It's like
the answer to that question is no.
No.
Sorry, Dylan. We are uncharitable bastards. And
I'll be honest, like I haven't done a charity thing this year yet. I haven't planned out what we're gonna do. We need to do something. We do something every year. We did Rescue Rovers 2 years ago. We did Extra Life this last year.
Don't think we're gonna do Extra Life.
I don't think we're doing Extra Life again. I think we're gonna try something else. When's the St. Jude thing? Isn't it coming up pretty soon? Isn't it? Let's Google.
It seems like it. He's also still waiting on his MKX match versus Tom. So
we need to play, dude. I haven't. So we had an MKX night, and I haven't booted it up since, and I need to because I wanna practice up my my jacks.
Dylan, avenge me. Remember Idarb.
Idarb.
Me.
Dude, I'm sure I'll get worked. I am not my Ermac is all right. My Jax is mediocre, but I am not on point.
Oh, I got trolled really fucking hard today.
You gotta say this is so good.
So I was at my desk and it was like 5:15 and I was already fucking grumpy as shit. And my friend James Toombs.
Shout out to Toombs.
Shout out to Toombs, you asshole. So he's like messaging me really quick, and I haven't talked to him for like a couple weeks, and he's like, "Hey, so the Sidearb game, did you like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a really fun game." And he's all, "Did you like getting your ass kicked by Tom or something like that?" And I'm like, "Fuck you!" Like it was really good because it just caught me completely off guard.
I could feel the heat from across the office. He looked so pissed. It was so good.
Oh, you ass.
Can we break into some news? Can we talk about some news?
Yes.
Let's talk about news. All right. I've been warming up. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Tom, read it right off the news page.
I'm gonna read it right off the news page. So let's start from let's talk about our free games next month. So May is gonna be fucking huge for gaming, which is one of the reasons why we did a Shooting the Shit episode a week ago, and we're doing a Shooting the Shit episode this week. Because next month I believe it's either
you get nothing,
right, and it's either like late next month or The Witcher 3 I believe is out next month. Am I right on that?
Yeah. I might actually play that.
Oh, I'm so stoked for The Witcher 3. You've got The Witcher 3. Magicka 2, Ultra Street Fighter 4 on PS4. The list goes on and on. I tried to find a list of all the games in May, and it was some stupid advertisement. Anyway, so free games. So games with gold. We'll start there. Castle Storm Definitive Edition for Xbox One.
I've wanted to play that, so I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, and that's honestly the only one of the 4 games I'm even excited to play. Pool Nation FX for Xbox One is free. And then let's go to the Xbox 360 games. Mafia 2 and F1 2013.
What's F1 2013?
F1, like F1 Formula 1 racing from 2013 is free.
Yeah, the one where you could play in the arcade back in like 2001.
Yeah, so that's a thing. And then,
free is free, bro.
Free is free, absolutely. And Castle Storm, I think, is one that'll be super fun. So we should all get our Xbox Ones fired up, play some Castle Storm. Well, Lance and I.
Yeah. I mean, I know somebody who's thinking about buying an Xbox to play Halo. Maybe they need to buy it next month
and play Castle Storm.
And Neverwinter.
I don't know, my cousin. I'll check it out, man. Dude, it's been so long since I've owned a console. Like literally, my last console was, I think, the Dreamcast when it came out.
Man, think of all the stuff you've missed out on since then.
No, I didn't miss out on anything.
So many things. All the things.
Leave your power-hungry race and come to the race trading.
So, PlayStation free games. PS Plus. Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition.
Fuck yeah.
If you didn't buy it on one of like the 15 sales it's had in the last 6 months, you can now have it for free. Ether
Game
1,
of the year last year for me was that game.
Such a good game.
So good.
Ether 1, it's a horror puzzler. And you have to solve really hard puzzles and reconnect the brains of crazy people. The Unfinished Swan, PS4, PS3 Vita. Race the Sun, Hohokam, and Murasaki Baby. So
Murasaki Baby, that sounds really familiar.
I think we reviewed it, or I reviewed it probably 4 months ago.
And
it's amazing. It's like if you took Tim Burton's mind and stuck it into a touchscreen game for the Vita. Kind of a cute little puzzler. You play this girl with like an upside down face, and you're trying to guide her through this really creepy world, and you have to keep her balloon from popping. If it pops, she dies. Really, really fun. There's like kids with tentacles on their heads and all kinds of crazy shit. So really good game.
Yeah.
So pretty good lineup there. I mean, honestly, if you have a Vita, you've got to play Murasaki Baby for free. Unfinished Swan, I've heard nothing but good things about, and I've never taken the time to play it. And then Guacamelee alone. I mean, Guacamelee was free with gold. Wasn't it free for gold in January?
Somewhere around there, yeah. So it was amazing.
This is another chance to play one of the best Metroidvanias of last year for free. Yeah. So fucking do it.
Really good, guys.
Yeah. Real quick rundown. PlayStation Kids, there is a Golden Week sale happening. There's deals on Japan-inspired games, movies, and shows. The list is super long, but there's stuff like Mugen Souls, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, One Piece, Raiden 4, Remember Me, Resident Evil HD Remix is on sale, Tales of Symphonia, Citizens of Earth, all kinds of stuff. So go check that out.
Yeah.
Xbox is doing a Capcom Publisher sale until May 4th, so you've got a couple of days. Resident Evil 4 is $8 for 360, Resident Evil 6, DMC HD, a bunch of more other Resident Evil titles, Lost Planet, Ashura's Wrath. Ultra Street Fighter 4 is $11, if you have gold, it's $10.04. If you don't have gold, it's $11.24. Good time to get into that. Resident Evil 5, and the Resident Evil remake for 360 is like $15.
How much is Resident Evil 5 going to be? So I can play Resident
Evil 5 is $5.99.
Resident Evil 4 on steroids for $5. Sweet.
And then Xbox One. I thought I clicked the Xbox One link. There's also, they have this really shittily formatted. Oh, Xbox One. The only games on sale. You've got Dead Rising 3.
How much?
It's the season. Dead Rising 3 season pass is $15. Which is weird. I thought it was Dead Rising 3 the game. That's kind of stupid.
They do that on Xbox quite a bit. I actually had to ask them for a refund on something because they made it look like they were giving away the newest Batman game, the one that came out like last year, and I ended up like accidentally purchasing the season pass.
Resident Evil the remake is $15. Revelations 2 is $3. Episode 1 is $3. Strider is $5. It's also on sale on PlayStation for $6. So you should, if you haven't played Strider for either of your consoles, grab
You really liked that one, didn't you?
It was really good, yeah. And then if you already have Dead Rising, Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Remix is $5. So if you watched E3 last year, it was the amazing DLC pack that's like making fun of all the Street Fighter expansions, and it's called Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade, and they have like you can get like Bison costumes and crazy shit. So there's a quick rundown of the sales happening right now. Steam's got like a Ubisoft sale going on. Can we talk about Battlefront now?
Speaking of Ubisoft, no, we'll start with Rainbow Six
Siege.
It's still an alpha, like you said, dude.
So alpha, so it's saying January, or sorry, did it say January? No, it said December.
It's December. I'd take
like
bets
late December.
It'll get pushed back to next year.
Tom says next year.
So for everybody that's watching and listening right now, Lance had an alpha key for the Rainbow Six Siege, and he never installed it. He never used it.
Had a shitty week.
An alpha key pissed down the toilet. So for all you guys that were like sitting there praying to the gods of gaming for an alpha key for Rainbow, I just want you to know that Lance flushed one down the toilet. So
in honor of you,
if you see him,
flush lots of things down the toilet.
Yeah. So if you see him, kick him in the dick.
You know, and it is actually really sad that I did that, to be honest. So thank you for pouring some salt on that.
Chuck gets the asshole of the month award.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah, I could be the dickhead of the month for fucking flushing away an alpha key, because I love Rainbow Six, and I just couldn't find. I guess I did have the time. I just didn't download it.
You didn't make the time.
That's what it is. You make.
Well, yeah, I'm in the process of finding a new apartment. My family was in town last week. I like to make excuses, and yes.
Yeah, you do.
All right, can we talk about Battlefront now?
Okay, Tom is so excited about Battlefront. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So Star Wars Celebration, not this last weekend, but the weekend prior. All kinds of crazy announcements. They showed, the preview for Rebels Season 2. They showed like the first non-ball droid trailer of Star Wars Episode 7, which is pretty amazing.
By the way, have you actually seen that thing in real life? It's legit.
Yeah, and they showed that too. It's got it's actual mechanics, right? These magnets or something to keep it up.
I'm sure it's magnets.
It's all practical effects.
Magnets, how do they work?
Goddamn ICP. Well, if ICP knew, it's the miracle of God holding together.
Oh my God, magnets, how do they fucking work?
Scientists trying to confuse me.
I don't know. You could ask the new Joker how do the magnets work.
Oh man.
Oh.
You know what?
The
more I look at the Jared Leto Joker, the more I actually am kind of okay with it.
I'm being an asshole. I actually don't mind it either. The internet exploded this week, and my feed became Star Wars, Joker, Jared Leto, Joker, and I don't know, just random other shit. But I'm like, will everybody just shut the fuck up about this and just see what happens?
I was pretty against it at first, but then as I kind of processed it, it's like, well, if you think about it, somebody's a hardcore thug, they start and they become a clown. That's probably what they look like in this day and age. And then, not to mention, he looks my wife put it out, she's like, he looks really comic booky, and he does look like a fucking comic. He looks like they ripped him right off a comic page.
Yeah.
Maybe not like the normal Joker we're used to seeing, but he does look very cartoony, so I think there'll be some good there. But anyway, Star Wars.
I'm just gonna say, everybody's bitching about his grill, and I'm like, what do you think happens when you get your front teeth knocked out and you don't have the money to pay for new teeth? They don't just put you don't just have gums. They put metal shit in your face.
Yeah. They don't have Obamacare in the DC universe, so.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Especially since if they did, all that's going to Superman to find out if he bleeds.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Joker is the one thing. Because, God, that fucking Batman vs. Superman trailer was awful.
We're getting off topic.
Star Wars. So, Star Wars Battlefront has some really cool stuff going for it. So, the battle they're showing in the trailer is the Battle of Jakku. I don't know enough about Star Wars lore to tell you everything about Jakku, but Brian Young from Big Shiny Robot, the Star Wars guru that he is, kind of gave me a rundown last week. Jakku is a huge battle they actually mentioned several times throughout, I believe it's either Rebels or Clone Wars, he was saying. And the Battle of Jakku is actually something that's going to happen in Star Wars Episode 7. So if you pre-order the game, you get free Episode 7 DLC, and you get 2 multiplayer battles that take place in the Battle of Jakku that are actually going to be part of the Episode 7 movie that comes out on Christmas. So
yeah,
you actually get a pre look at what's going on in the show by getting the game.
Right. I wonder if it's just going to be like, I mean,
You won't
that's a
get.
big fucking like this is a Star Wars is a big deal. I bet I would put rubies to pesos that it's just like here's your map
Oh yeah, it's
and
just
here's going to
multiplayer
be the
map. There's.
characters. Like there's not
Mhm.
going to be
Yeah.
any kind of details or anything else. I didn't play the other Battlefronts.
God, I
I was
played.
always interested in playing them, but they just didn't. To me, when those games came out, they were kind of in a non-functioning. Like I want to say Battlefield 2 was or Battlefront 2 was on Xbox,
Yeah, I
original
would.
Xbox,
It was the
right?
original Xbox, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, I had live, but it just didn't seem like. I mean, why would I play that when I had Halo 2 live?
Well, and
So
I think this will be really good. I think this. We talked about it before the show, but I think going all multiplayer and staying on that path will actually be a very good credit to the game. The one thing I'm trying to figure out is the deluxe edition. It comes with the main game and instant access to 5 in-game items. So they're slinging digital stuff.
I wonder if it's gonna be a pay to win
I doubt it. I think they're just cool items.
Yeah.
because it's
I hope.
EA. So, yeah.
That's but I hope they start doing that. I would really like to see some sweet. It's added so much to League of Legends. Extra skin like custom skins and limited edition skins and stuff like that. Like I would love to see that in Battlefront. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
Oh,
stuff that like hey
you
hey we
don't,
ran
but
it for
it's
a
not
little bit.
gonna, as long as it doesn't break the game when people buy it. That's all I care about. Like,
Hey
don't
man,
break the game with pay to win models. And I'm fine with if you want to support somebody. I bought tons of shit on Gotham Imposters because I love Monolith. So, I mean, go ahead, Tom.
yeah. Oh, it just kind of you talking about the other games reminded me kind of more of what he had said. So it's not so the Battle of Jakku are like pre-events to Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, okay.
And so what the theory he spun was that I believe he was saying Jakku is like a junker planet. Like there's one of the characters that is like a junker and they just pick up junk. And so one of the theories of Han and Chewie getting back, that part where they're like we're home. His theory is that this junker is going to have collected all these pieces of the Millennium Falcon because it goes down in the Battle of Jakku, and
Oh.
then they'll get the Falcon back after 20 years because inside the ship, like the control panel looks different, the dish on the top is different, so it's the Millennium Falcon, but it's a salvaged version of it, if you will.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Sweet, man.
I think Battlefront's going to be sick. I think having Disney running the gaming side of it and running the marketing side of it is super smart because they're going to tie everything together, and that shit's going to sell.
Yeah.
Whereas I
Oh,
think
yeah.
before it was a little disjointed. So
I'll tell you the main reason I'm buying that game is because I know that every Star Wars nerd is going to log on day one and start playing. And just based on my ability, I'm going to come in and clean fucking house. And I'm going to kill every
which system are you
goddamn Star
buying it on so I
Wars
make
nerd.
sure I can play with you? Are you buying it on box or are you
Oh
gonna...
my God, Tom. Please play a third person shooter with me, please. I suck
I'll
at
play that.
IDAR, but my God, I cannot wait. Remember the IDAR!
I will play
Kill you
FPS
so
with you.
much. It's going to be so good. I'm going to kill you so
So
hard.
Dude, this is a game. I guarantee it, you guys. This is a game that is going to be best served on PC. I'm just going to throw it out there.
It
I'm just
will.
going to straight say it's going to be best played on PC.
It will
Sorry,
be.
I mean,
console.
it's going to
But-
be great on PC, but I'm not going to play it on PC.
I think
Not great on PC, best on PC. That's
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I mean,
But I think the
if it's
community
designed
will
on
be
a
better
PC, it's. Sorry, go ahead, Tom.
No, you're good. You're good. Good.
But that's only if it's not a port, right? I mean, because we've seen that last 3 to 4 years. There's been games that you would think. I mean, originally, if I was to buy a game, like let's say 4 or 5 years ago, if I bought a game, I know it's going to look better on PC because that's just how it gets developed now, But now it seems like the development world has shifted and gone to consoles because they get more money out of it. So then you get a game that probably got designed on an Xbox One or PlayStation 4, and then it's a port to PC.
There's no such thing as a port anymore, though.
Yeah, it's all. I think. Hopefully, especially because Windows 10 should be out by this, right?
Yeah, it's all
So-
PC hardware now, man. It's not like they're developing it for some crazy ass mixture of hardware like the PlayStation 3 was. Now everybody's running on AMD laptop hardware, and then it's all x86 architecture. Let's put it that way.
Well,
So
and I agree with you that I think it will look and it'll play better on high-end gaming PCs.
sure.
I think if there's a competitive community around it, I think it'll last longer on console. Is the way I feel about it, and I feel like for me, and this is, and I'm interested to see how DICE does this because since the Halo series, I have not played a shooter that just gets matchmaking right, and I don't know why. Like I felt like Halo 2 had the best matchmaking structure. I thought Battlefield's matchmaking structure was atrocious, especially
Which
on PC.
Battlefields?
3. Especially on PC
seems-
with like the web browser integration craziness, like just give me a fucking console. So
Get ready, because that's gonna make its way back for Battlefront. I guarantee.
I fucking hope
They're gonna
but
try
we'll
to
see.
do that UI again. It'll only be on the PC, hopefully. Please,
Yeah, but
pray to God, because I mean, I don't know. It's just
Well,
look at Heartline. They've gone back to.
yeah,
I mean, you have the options to do all those things, and I mean, even going back to like, I was playing. I actually, I only had an Xbox at Brooke's house a couple weeks ago, and I started playing Bad Company 2 because it was free on Gold like a couple months back, and there's still people playing it on console, which blew my fucking mind. First off, and it runs like shit. I mean, it's got to be running at like, I don't even know, 25 frames per second on the Xbox 360. It's bad. But yeah, they did have it built in. Like it's built into that system. I mean, you got that had Vietnam on it as well. Bad Company 2 had Vietnam.
yeah, sounds right. Yeah,
Yeah, the Vietnam.
You could choose your servers on it. That was the first. I want to say, Bad Company 2 is the first one that they introduced their "fuck you, buy your own server" model, which pissed me off.
well, I think
no. The Battlefield series has always been about private servers. Just on console, it was really hard to implement this, especially with all the restrictions from Microsoft and Sony. So, I mean, you guys are just now getting private servers. You guys are just now experiencing private servers. And the reality is that's the best way to do it. This whole migration to a host is bullshit.
No, man, because here's the thing. I played games that were hosted by people like back Rainbow Six. I played on console. I dealt with some of the biggest assholes. Like, here's the thing: is I'm not. We can sit and debate all day about like, like which system has the worst players and this and that. And overall, I played more console, so I've had more bad experiences with people on Xbox. But I remember like people having control of and hosting on Rainbow Six, and it was fucking god awful. People were such assholes. Like they would just boot you for the sake of booting you. Like I would shoot somebody 3 or 4 times in a row because they sucked at the game, and I'd get booted. And like said, I want to say back then it was. Were they still doing the? There was some tricks back then still, like where people would. What could you do? You did something with your modem, like a standby
modem.
I think they thought I was standbying or some stupid shit.
I had a Street Fighter match today. I swear to God, the dude was standbying me. Like every time I would punish, like do like a combo from a punish, the game would lag right before my second to last or third to last hit of the combo, and it would drop. I was losing my shit.
I mean, to go back to my point though that I was saying, I think Rainbow Six is probably the most technical shooter. I can't think of one. Maybe Arma. I didn't play Arma. I've always wanted to. Trying to think of any other ones that really stand out.
Yeah, I don't think technicals. You mean? Are you talking more like more so close? Are you talking about closest to simulation?
Yeah, like a milsim.
Yeah, because I mean, technical that can be taken a lot of different ways.
All right, fine. We'll just say like the best milsim that I can think of. Simulating like strategy for military shooters, whatever. So, anyways, my point is that like I don't think that whole like buying a server or going to a private server really serves a purpose on that console.
But I do think that. So because I have a server, so could we set up a server in the console?
Absolutely.
And we can have the consoles connect to it?
Ooh.
Yeah, you could.
Because if that's the case, let's do it, man. I gotta do something with this damn server. Let's do a Battlefront server, man.
A server where I could just play with my friends, fine. Hell yeah.
Then we can ban people.
Well, see, that was the thing, is like when I was coming up, you go on private servers for Counter-Strike and for Quake and for all these other games that we played. And the thing was, after a certain amount of point, you got to know everybody on the server.
Right.
And so it's kind of a community. So it kind of it kills me here to know that you had such a horrible experience with private servers because man, I've got nothing but fond memories of private
Okay,
servers.
Oh yeah,
so
I mean, any kind of game, like I'm just gonna like call the kettle black is any kind of game that, like I take for instance Ghost Recon. I actually like that game, the newest one that launched. When it launched, not the one that's free to play right now.
Sure.
Future Soldier. I like that game. I did pretty well in it. It felt kind of Rainbow Six-ish. But I never got any fucking help from anybody because I was playing on a console. I bet if I was playing on PC, which I never saw the damn thing go on sale, I probably would have had a better experience with it. So, I mean, I just think, like, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Like, I just don't think that console players are as geared towards strategy and helping their teammates out. There's not a lot of team playing. So, Tom, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying let's do that. Let's get the EID gaming server fired up in the next little while.
Fuck yeah,
and
let's
then
do
we'll
it.
figure it out. So Vance, you can help me with that. We'll work it out.
And
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
put
we're gonna
aliens.
watch some videos and stuff like that. So
Cool. I mean, I've got the server built. It's running LTS. We just need to install the server software and get it flying up. So
wait, LTS?
Ubuntu LTS.
Oh, Ubuntu. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got it running. We just gotta drop the software on it and get it going. So we'll do that. All right, that's all I got. I'm tired.
Yeah, I want to just say a couple words about how excited I am about Mad Max.
Oh yeah, Mad fucking Max.
That's it.
I'm not tired anymore.
Who's developing that? Avalanche, right?
It's Avalanche, which is local.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, calm down, Vance. It might be okay. Might be good.
Here's the thing. From that, did you watch the extended gameplay trailer they posted a week or two ago?
I was watching
No.
what you were watching.
Yeah. So, you walk around the desert and find car parts, and then you fight people in Batman Arkham Knight style, or Batman, any of the new Batman game style, and then you upgrade your cars and run over shit.
And you get guns.
And you get guns. It sounds like a trifecta of awesome.
And there's probably explosions. You know what? This is how I sold Brooke on going to Mad Max. I was like, guns, desert, explosions, and then what's his name? Main character.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Explosions. Tom Hardy.
We need to go. That comes out in a couple of weeks, right? We got Avengers tomorrow night, and then we've got Mad Max a few weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Did you guys get tickets for Thursday night?
yes, sir.
Do you have any extra?
I can't go Thursday.
I can send a text. I might.
Yeah, I
Vance,
might be down to go.
Friday night with me. Anybody who wants to come down and see it. I don't care about watching midnight releases because I'm an old man and can't do it.
Yeah.
Tom's gonna be so tired Friday he doesn't even.
Dude, I'm getting tattooed tomorrow. I'm working on my sleeve from 5 to 8. Going to dinner, going to a movie. I'm gonna be a mess on Friday. But yeah, I think
Now
it's
that
I think we're going to Jordan Commons or something like that at 10:15, somewhere in Sandy.
We'll see. You know what? I'm gonna have to be tentative because I know Friday night I gotta go help out. I gotta go ref at the airsoft field. So
I don't have your number, but message me on Skype and I'll text you tomorrow.
for sure, man.
Word. So yeah, there's that. Mad Max is gonna be fucking sweet. I think it's gonna be really cool. I also think. I hope it's good. I know it'll either be two things. It'll be really good and nobody will play it, or everybody will play it and it'll suck ass.
I think my hope is that it's going to be kind of like one of those hidden gems.
Yeah.
Almost like, I don't know if you remember this, but when Arkham Asylum came out, it wasn't as well known.
And then it exploded.
It exploded and got fucking huge.
It was pretty hype where I was. But anyway, Vance.
It was hyped, but
Vance
I don't.
was cutting you off for something. Go, Vance. Cut
Oh,
him
go
off.
ahead.
Yeah,
Vance.
yeah, one of our viewers, Dingo055, is from Australia, and he says,
Yo, dog.
I guess Avengers has been out in Australia for a while
Yeah,
already.
it has, and I hate you for that, Dingo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to say a big fuck you, Dingo. I'm sure we'd get along and like be friends, but
Like,
right now,
it's that one where like I would buy you a beer and hand it to you and then politely tell you off because we have a friend of BSR and I think of VID and they're in New Zealand and same thing, like we were all talking about our press passes and our guys that were going to cover it were all excited and then they were like, yo dog, we saw this a week ago and it broke my heart.
yeah.
What time
Dingo,
is it?
I don't really care because honestly, for me, I'm to this point where I'm like, how many times am I going to see the same superhero movie? So I'm getting superheroed out here. Like every year, I'm getting 2 to 3 superhero movies, and I'm like, as much as I loved these characters growing up, like I was never a really big Iron Man fan. Jon Favreau made me like the new Iron Mans. I like it.
But Jon Favreau did that for everybody. Like Iron Man was like a B level hero at best until Jon Favreau made him.
Yeah,
what he is.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying these are bad movies. None of these movies are bad movies. I'm just not excited.
You know what? You're gonna come over this weekend. You're gonna dig through my comic box, and you'll be excited. Can we go to bed now?
Yeah. All right, Internet. We love you.
We love you.
And I don't care if these guys hate you and you're from Australia and you saw that movie early. I still like you. So.
And thanks for watching all the way from Australia, Dingo.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate you, bro. I really don't.
I'm really just super jealous of you, is the case. First of all, you live in Australia, which is rad. Second of all, you saw Avengers way before we did, which is double rad. So, also,
it's an American movie, too.
If Dingo's still in chat, I need to ask you a question before we log off. Have you seen the show Danger 5? And is all Australian TV like that? Because holy fuck, it's amazing.
That is the greatest show ever.
Isn't it the best? Like that team of 6 people hunting Hitler? Lance, you need to watch Danger 5. So, like, it looks like a 1970s, like, sci-fi show almost.
Okay.
But it was shot in, like, 2011 or 2012. And they're, like, this weird ragtag of, like, fighter pilots that are trying to kill Hitler. And it's super cheesy, and it's random as shit. Dude,
do they say get to the chopper?
I don't think so, but they do drugs and they kill Hitler. Hitler dies, like, every other episode. Dude, just Danger 5. It's on Netflix. It's amazing.
What does he say? What does Dingo say?
He hasn't said anything back yet. He said, thank you for talking. And I have no idea. I mean, that's thank you for talking. I don't know.
I don't know what that means, Dingo. So, feedback@entertainmentisdead.com, Dingo. If you hear this, let us know. Is all TV in Australia like Danger 5? I'm Thomas Winkley on Twitter.
I'm at Chuck Sweat on Twitter. He is at Vancination.
We're going to bed.
We love you.
Listen to us on iTunes, rate and review. Follow us on the Twitters, Addy Podcast.
Good motherfucking night, motherfuckers.
If I push this button, it goes to black, and then I...